All right, hello, hi, Brandon Walker, Pick Central, Daily Gambling Show. That's what we do, Barstool Sports. I am back in the saddle. I had to do the pro football show yesterday, so thanks to anybody who did the show in my stead. I don't watch it when I'm not on there. But I'm sure somebody did it, and I'm sure it got out. Anyway, hello, Big F to my left.
Hello, Brandon.
New York Giants fan.
Yes.
To my right, Philadelphia Eagles super fan Smitty. You guys will be civil?
We're always civil.
Yeah.
Look, out of all, and I'd like to hear Big F's thoughts about this, out of all the teams in the NFC East, I respect the Giants the most.
Why?
I don't know. I hate the Cowboys.
Okay. You hate the
Commanders have never really been a threat in my lifetime.
Okay. They've won more Super Bowls in your lifetime than the Eagles have. Continue.
Well, they have, but I mean, I wasn't exactly watching the games in 90 and 91. You were 30. I was like in diapers. I hate the Cowboys. Commanders never really been a threat. I was rooting for the Giants to beat the Patriots in 2007. I don't know if that's fair to other Philadelphia fans to have that stance, but I respect the Giants more than the Cowboys
and
not saying I like them, but
you respect the Eagles the least, is what you told me in the bathroom when we were hanging out.
Honestly, as he was speaking, it was almost kind of annoying me because I weirdly would probably echo the sentiments. As much as I hate the Eagles.
Oh, we're just all going to be best friends? What was that noise? Oh, fuck. Hey.
Oh.
Is Megan out there?
Huh.
I hear her, but I can't see. Hi.
She is.
I'm sorry. My bad. That's on me. Thank God she laughed. Okay. Are you dressed up today?
I just had to go run some errands, so I'm in like just normal clothes. I got some Chick-fil-A. It's been a great day.
It's been a good day. What's your Chick-fil-A order?
Well, it depends. I'm feeling a little fat, so I got a Cobb salad today. It's really delicious. The other half's in the fridge.
First of all, the fat thing is crazy. The second thing is you can't go to Chick-fil-A and get a salad, okay? I'm sorry. If you're going to get a salad, there's so many great options. Chick-fil-A, okay, never mind.
Chick-fil-A salads are fantastic.
You do
fast food salads.
You do you.
I had chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A yesterday, if I'm going to admit.
You go to Idaho and get a carrot. I'm in Idaho. I'm a potato. Seinfeld reference.
How far away is the Chick-fil-A for you?
10 minutes.
Okay. All right. I look fat today, actually. I look bad. What's wrong with my hair?
Because I'm dressed up. I'll go throw on a hoodie or something. I'll put the tits away.
Okay. I'm sure the chat enjoyed that. Anyway, Big Av, continue.
Yeah, honestly, it really is like I truly, genuinely despise the Dallas Cowboys. Probably more than any other team, not just in football, but in sports. There's nothing I relish in more than seeing them fail miraculously. So I hate the Cowboys. I do hate the Eagles, but at the same time, I agree. The Eagles have always beaten us, which has always annoyed me.
Oh yeah,
that's always pissed me off.
Like you won 2 Super Bowls, but you haven't won a game at Lincoln Financial.
No,
since 2013.
We really don't lose. We don't win. We don't win in Philly.
There's a great little subtopic in there. Smitty, who is your most hated team in all of sports? Is it the Dallas?
Probably the Cowboys. Mets are up there too, though.
Penguins?
Yeah, but I mean the Flyers are just so irrelevant unless it's Pride Night. Then it's like nothing.
What about Mets? Oh, did you say Mets?
Yeah,
I said Mets.
Yeah. Same with the Knicks. The Knicks are just like whatever.
Yeah, like I hate the Red Sox a lot too, but the Cowboys. There's something even more. The Cowboys. They just it drives me nuts.
Because it's America's team. Plus,
no, we wanted this too. It's because there's too many like Dallas, the people that I have to live with.
Yes.
Literally, my three best friends growing up in my neighborhood in New York.
Exactly.
Are all Cowboys fans, and it infuriated the shit out of me my whole life.
Yep. And Philly's the same way.
I'm like, because we're like teenagers. I'm like, you've never even been to the state of Texas.
Exactly. The only reason
you're a Cowboys fan.
The only reason you grow up around New York or Philly and are a Cowboys fan is if your parents are a Cowboys fan. Your
parents were front runners.
Yes, or you're an asshole. There's no in between.
And they coincide. If you became a Cowboys fan from New York, New Jersey, you most likely are an asshole.
Yes.
Megan, who is your most hated team in all of sports?
Right now, I probably would be the New York Yankees. But I also don't like the Braves either because how they were saying, like, everyone down here, like, we live so much closer to the Astros than we do the Braves. But yet every person down south is a damn Braves fan.
Well, that's the TBS Superstation for you. The Braves dominate the South.
Yeah, it's like Big Tennessee. I can call myself Big Tennessee, but he's a Braves fan. How's that work out?
He's from Marietta, Georgia.
Oh, that's right. He is a Georgia peach.
Right. Yeah, he is from about 20 miles north of the stadium. So he should be a Braves fan.
So he's a double fraud alert.
Yeah, he should be a Georgia Bulldogs Atlanta Braves fan, but he's a Tennessee fan instead. And he had to drive all the way up 75 and like go 5 hours to Knoxville. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Probably a double agent closet liberal.
I bet he is a liberal.
Yeah.
Think about how much happier he'd be if he just went to Georgia.
Yeah.
He'd be dragging his nuts in all our faces right now.
Listen, my school, my mother is a diehard Alabama fan. My grandmother was a diehard Alabama fan, and my house is 60 miles from Tuscaloosa. My life would have been so much easier if I had decided to be an Alabama fan, but not me.
Have you taken a walk through that Tuscaloosa Walmart?
I'm sure I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 in.
Pretty sure your life would not be easier.
Why? Go ahead. No, I want you to say it.
There's a lot
Yes, Smitty. Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I was in Tuscaloosa once, and up until that point, I hated Alabama. They were my least favorite college football team because all they did is win. It's like spread the love a little bit. Let other people have a little bit of happiness. I took one step into that Tuscaloosa Walmart, and I'm just like, hey, you guys can have college football. You guys deserve it.
Why?
You earned it. Because there's a lot of downtrodden. And
I'm gonna save him. All right. So we have NFL football today.
thank you, Brad.
Megan, did you get the homework assignment?
I did.
Did you do the homework assignment?
I did. I always do my homework. I show up for your show, even when you don't.
I was last here on Tuesday. Where were you?
That's the only day I don't do your show.
Okay.
I was cleaning the house.
What's that?
I was cleaning my house.
You clean the house on Tuesdays?
Yeah, Tuesdays is like my deep clean day.
What happens on what about on Fridays?
I just keep it up throughout the week, but like
Okay.
I do like all the showers and bathrooms and kids' rooms.
Deep
and
cleaning on Tuesday.
deep cleaning Tuesdays and listen to music. Just hang out.
What kind of music do you listen to while you clean?
It depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll get songs stuck in my head and I'll have to listen to those. But then sometimes I'll listen to like a twerk playlist to really like get me going, like a beast mode playlist.
All right, now you're just absolutely she's just fucking with the chat now.
Pandering.
At this point, yes. Right. Anyway, so we got NFL football this weekend. We have a couple topics. I have 4 topics written down. So one's NFL football. 3 is the college football transfer portal, which is just not making sense at all. So we'll get to that in a minute. But we just got to start and spend most of the show on the biggest sport in the world. Okay. All right. Hello. Hi. How are you? Cheese and crackers. Okay.
Brandon, do you know who that is?
Okay. You didn't see it.
Do you know who
Well,
that
I
is?
saw, but I didn't. I could have kept the show going.
I don't know who that is.
I know who that is.
Be professional.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I got distracted. My bad.
Yeah, that
Can
was.
someone text
We should have
me
her on the
if
show
I'm not in
sometime.
studio. That's not cool.
Oh, that reaction wasn't from Pat.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Pat was walking by. Who was it? I guess you
I
can't
don't know.
say.
I don't know if we're allowed to say.
I feel like I don't.
You can text it
I
to
want
me.
to blow a spot up. I feel like it's not like
Yeah,
a.
text it to me.
Adult entertainment.
She's been on the show before.
Then fucking text it to me.
I feel like I could say it out loud, but now Eba has me worried.
Brando wants to do prep work for the show.
Is she older?
Yes,
Does she have huge tits?
yes.
Not
correct.
Lisa Ann.
Yeah,
It's
there we
it's
go.
not Lisa Ann.
Not Lisa
Oh,
Ann.
Yeah, not
man.
Lisa. It's
But
not
she,
Lisa.
she is
Ann.
an adult film star. She does indeed have big breasts.
Rochelle Ryan.
Boom, nailed it.
That's who that was.
Boom.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So Rochelle
I don't
Ryan
even have
walks
to be
by,
in studio.
and I'm not supposed to. I can't get distracted by that.
Treats and
Also huge
crackers.
tits.
You did say cheese and crackers. That was corny as shit.
Oh, I love saying cheese. That's one of my favorite things to say. NFL football this weekend. You have 4 games.
For the record, Megan, she was wearing a sweater as well, so it wasn't even like
Oh, you
she was
did
like
it.
flaunting the girls.
It doesn't.
She was wearing a
You
turtleneck.
can literally be in anything, and the girls are flaunted. Shout out Rochelle.
That's true.
No, good and goddamn
Humongous.
well. What just walked by?
I know. I
Good,
trust
you
I'm,
saw it.
I'm very
Don't
familiar.
act like
with-
you're.
I'm apparently much more familiar than you with what just walked by.
I
Check
don't
out
really.
her Twitter.
Okay. I don't really watch porn. Not a thing I really
Look at her
watch.
Twitter.
Or at least specific actresses anyway. But I didn't know. I don't know who that is. It was distracting. That's all. It's fine.
She wished me a happy birthday.
Why?
Oh, she's just a sweet girl, I guess.
Okay. All right.
And if you would have told teenage Smitty that his birth announcement would involve a hefty congratulations from Asa Akira, whoa.
Yeah, that would have. Okay, all right. Here we go. Saturday.
It's a good life.
That's why I feel like if you told me 10 years ago I'd be texting buddies with Lisa Ann, I'd be like crazy.
Also,
If you told me 10 minutes ago that you were texting buddies with Lisa Ann, I would have been surprised.
We talk. I would say
You're texting buddies with Lisa Ann?
we haven't texted. I'd say we're friends. We have each other's numbers. If I texted her, I think she would
You
respond.
could text her right now, and I'm not asking you to, but you could text her right now and get a response.
I think she would at least definitely respond to me today, potentially like instantly.
All right.
ask her for an inspirational quote.
I haven't
She's
talked to her
usually
in a while. We haven't texted in a little bit though. So
How many porn stars are in your phone, Megan?
Well, I do like OnlyFans, like okay, does that count now? Like as like porn stars?
How many of those do you have?
I mean, I got a couple friends that are like my age that
I think he's thinking a little more prolific. They have to have at least one thing on Pornhub.
Okay, well, I don't think I have anyone. I mean, me and Rochelle and me and Lisa Ann don't have an exchange numbers, but we were on a DM basis.
I mean, Brandon Walker still thinks that Deep Throat and Debbie Does Dallas is still hot in the streets.
Well, Saturday you have Jags. You're not that much younger than me. Hold on.
Smitty was saying that earlier, and I wanted to be like, "That's not cool, Smitty." Like,
That's why I love that he got it in.
That's why
I was thinking the same thing.
You are not that much younger than me.
But I am that much younger.
You're
than
not.
You. Yeah. I'm not north of 40.
Are you 36? 38?
Sure.
What are you?
So you're on the.
I'm
the
mid to late
down
30s. Oh, I'm way down. And it's not the years, it's the mileage. I mean, I'm rocking a fucking 1936 Model T here.
They didn't make Model Ts in 1936. Anyway.
1926.
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
You would be a Henry Ford guy.
I would love to be able to talk about these goddamn NFL games. Saturday, you have the Jags at the Chiefs. You have the Giants in primetime at the Eagles. On Sunday, you have the Bengals at the Bills. You have the Cowboys at the 49ers. First of all, the NFC is just a visually pleasing, really fun group of teams covering the entire country and covering, like, these are classic NFC teams to me. The Cowboys 49ers is a classic NFC matchup. Giants Eagles a classic NFC matchup. That's awesome. So we'll start at the Jags at the Chiefs. The Jags are plus 8.5. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence throws 4 interceptions in the first half, but then leads an incredible comeback and wins 31-30 over the hapless Chargers, who were defenseless against that comeback. Now the Chiefs got to sit out, and they were able to now they welcome the Jags in. Jags plus 8.5 at the Chiefs. 52.5 is the total in this game. 5-1 to the over in week 1 of the playoffs. My first question is, do you think the over trend continues, Big F?
I mean, if there was going to be a game that had happened, this would be the one, I would think.
I feel like Giants, Eagles, and Bengals, Bills all have high over potential.
I would agree. This one I think has the most, just because the Jags defense scares me. Like I think Chiefs are going to get theirs. Like I just don't see how the Chiefs don't score 30 plus here, but I also don't see how Jacksonville doesn't score at least like 24.
I can see the Jags slowing down big time. I can see last week being their Super Bowl, and it's a winning season regardless of what happens, and they kind of get put in their place a little bit. I could see definitely like a 28.
Well,
game.
The thing I can see with this game is definitely Chiefs receive the ball, touchdown, 3-and-out, touchdown, and then the Jags are just looking up like, okay, well,
yeah,
it's going to be hard to come back against this team. A lot harder than it was last week. So I do fear for that shock factor with the Jags. I'm sorry.
They did play them in Arrowhead already this year, though.
They did, and they
and the spread was like
8.5 or 9.
The spread was like 9. They lost by 10.
That was
They lost by 10. They played like shit.
Yeah, but that was a different Jags team too.
No, but that's my point.
And not a playoff.
I'm saying that was when they were playing like shit, kind of for like a few weeks months to span. They played like shit in that game, and they still only lost by 10.
Making money. Where are you at on this game?
Well, you just thought of whoever it was, just said, I think the Chiefs are going to, was it you said go down and score? And then, I just went and put in Chiefs to score first and win, minus 113 at the Barstool Sports book. If you like them to win this game and also to score first, I think that is worth a look.
Well, that
for
makes
my-
sense. If you like it, you should bet it. Yeah, that makes sense, Megan.
But as where I'm at is, I said this yesterday whenever you weren't here. I don't want to lay that number with the Chiefs. So I actually ended up. It's not, Kelly always yells at me for not doing teasers the right way, not doing long teasers. But I teased the Chiefs down to 2.5 and the Eagles down to 1.5. So that's what I'm doing with those games.
Yeah, I think I said a lot of the same things on Tuesday when you weren't here. So
No, cool.
Yeah.
Glad that we're on the same page.
no, that is fun, isn't it?
You're good. Good.
What?
Said you're good.
You okay?
You're
Settle
good.
down. All right. So Jags at Chiefs. I want to bet the Jags. I bet the Jags almost every. I would say the Jags were my most bet team this year. I don't think I ever bet against the Jags, and I would say out of 17 games, I probably bet the Jags 12 times. And but I'm scared to death to bet them here because
As you should be.
the Chiefs are just sitting at home, chilling, and not enough is being made about Patrick Mahomes' sheer brilliance. Now, it's obvious that he has reached this level where he's the best quarterback on question in the league, right? But do you realize that he threw for more yards and more touchdowns this year than last year after losing Tyreek Hill? He threw for 5,200 yards. He threw for 41 touchdowns. They scored more points without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, and Ebo, can you look up the stat? And I know you think I'm an Andy Reid hater, which I'm not. I love Big Red. Over his, let's see, he took over in '99 for
Here we
the
go.
Eagles. Over his 23-plus years, he's had at least one bye week a year, a lot of the times two. I bet you he has under 3 losses after a bye week.
That should be
Those
easy for
20
Ebo to look up.
I am seeing he is 27-4 after a bye, including regular season
Yeah.
buys.
I mean, that's
Pretty phenomenal.
yeah,
Straight up, correct?
yeah, should be.
That's straight up, right, Ebo?
Yes.
But
No, stop.
looking at most of those looking at most of those
Phenomenal,
games,
but
a lot of those games were pretty good covering.
Yeah, 27-4 after a bye week is absolutely well. He's one of the best coaches in football, and he's a lot better coach than you give him
I
credit
agree.
for.
Yeah. Well, I'm allowed to nitpick him. I was
I feel like
I was under his jurisdiction for the majority of my childhood into the adult years. I didn't get a Super Bowl. I'm allowed to be nitpicky with Andy.
I think a lot of times we pick up on the new mince noise of the day. I think you just made a new Smitty noise. What?
20 years today, last game of the Vet.
It's a long time ago.
What an old,
It's like
ugly piece of shit
diapers.
stadium that thing was.
Lost to the Bucks.
Remember when
Ronnie Barber running.
Remember when we were growing up and every baseball and football stadium looked the exact same?
You know what's nuts?
Three Rivers, Riverfront, the
So
Vet.
those stadiums were built in the 70s for the most part. Like Lincoln Financial Field and the Pirates Stadium and Heinz Field, like they're almost as old now as when you tore down those stadiums.
Yeah, but they're built so much.
Yeah, and as they should
Those
be.
things aged so quickly because you had that rock hard AstroTurf, that ugly ass AstroTurf, and they were all they were not that old.
The only thing that came out of Veterans Stadium was rats and brain cancer.
Camden Yards is 31 years old.
That's still a great stadium.
That's still a great stadium.
The Vet, there are multiple Phillies that have died of brain cancer. Multiple. Like,
Took a morbid turn.
yeah,
it did.
it's fucked up.
What,
What was going on there?
based on
Vet.
being in the Vet?
That's what they think. Seriously.
Well, why wouldn't
all
did
Doug
the
Dalton,
Eagles also?
Coach Dalton.
Oh, I guess I guess you play.
You were there a
games.
lot more.
Yeah,
As,
you play 81 times there. Huh. And I feel like baseball players chill in the locker room a little bit more.
oh yeah. Listen to John Kruk talk about being in the bellows.
listening
great
to listening to Eagles music back in the 70s.
No, early 90s.
Great harmonizing
Big.
band.
I bet they were still listening to some Eagles.
No, they were listening to Two Princesses and Spin Doctors.
What? Did you call it Two Princesses?
That's what it is, isn't it? 1, 2.
I can't.
Something here before you. That's what I
Oh,
said.
that's it now.
Again, I was 5 years old when the song came
Sheila
out. So.
Plum. Two princes,
Two princess?
not princesses.
Two princess.
Princes.
Two
Two
spin-
princes. There's two dudes trying to fuck the same girl,
Yeah, well.
and this guy is giving his account of why she should fuck him.
Standard Brandon Walker, Little Miss can't be wrong.
God, I'd be mad at you if that wasn't
Swish.
so well done. I would be mad at you if that wasn't so goddamn well done.
Smitty's on one today, huh?
He really is. Oh, well, he's getting that. I got these two guys in playoff mode here. I don't have a playoff team anymore.
Sharp.
This guy's in playoff mode. This guy over here is in playoff mode. So Let's turn them loose against each other. Megan, I want you and I to talk about the Giants and the Eagles, okay? Now,
Okay.
Megan, you're a gambler.
Sometimes.
You make money.
Sometimes.
I look at this line and I say Giants plus 7.5 at the Eagles is an easy Giants bet because the way they're playing, the way the Eagles looked the last week of the season, and the way Jalen Hurts has been, I don't want to say inconsistent because that makes it sound like you're blaming him, but he hasn't been as sharp because of his injury situation, or he hasn't needed to be. We haven't seen that out of him in a while. It seems like Giants plus 7.5 is one of the easier bets on the board. However, in my gambling brain, I think, wait, that's what Vegas wants me to think. The Eagles are 7.5 when they should be 4.5, so this is an obvious Eagles bet. What say you?
Well, I kind of agree with you, and
I said two things.
Well, you said more than that, but I agree with both. I agree that the books want us to bet on the Giants because the Eagles will probably cover and win, but I like the Giants and the points. But what I said is I tease this game anyway with the Chiefs, so I just need the Eagles minus 1.5. I make things easy for myself.
Okay, all right. Well, so that's cheating a little bit, but that's fine.
I love that bet.
Oh, it's a great bet.
Yeah,
I think it's a good bet anyway.
I mean, I know it's not like it's not a long teaser, but I don't care about that because I'm not a sharp.
All right, Big Ev, the Giants are clearly a fluke this season and only won a playoff game because they got to play the Minnesota Vikings. Do you agree?
Get fucked.
Okay. Smitty, obviously the Eagles overachieved. Jalen Hurts is a mediocre quarterback, and they're about to be exposed. Do you agree?
Get fucked 2.0.
Give me the Giants side of this, Big Ev. Where are we coming from?
We feel good. We feel confident. So I mean the line. I agree. The gambling brain. I understand going to that thought process where you're like, everyone's going to be on the Giants. 7.5 seems like too many points. It's too easy. I hear you, but I would counter that and say the Giants have had these lines all season. Yeah. There's just certain teams that they just don't like. They can't put like a handicap on like the way you're meshing and execution and like these type of things. And just I think the growth of Daniel Jones, they're not accounting for that as well. Where like I said, like we've had lines all year where they made you scratch your head. Where like how, and we've also, and because of that, we've been the best team against the spread in the National Football League this year. This is a fact.
Is that right?
It's a fact.
I didn't know that.
Giants.
I did not know
best
that.
against the spread team in the league.
Evo, can you
not the best record in the league though?
Not the best record, best against the spread record.
Who has the best record in the league?
It would have been the Eagles.
Okay. Just
you're interrupting, Smitty.
Who's the Eagles are in a spot where they're going this way, they're trending down. Mm-hmm. The Giants are fiercely trending up. I feel very good about the matchup. I think we execute. I just love the way in the week 18 how well our second string defense they played their asses off against Philly's starting offense. They were missing some pieces. Lane Johnson's and obviously Jalen Hurts hadn't played in a little bit, but I think that gave our team a ton of confidence, and I think that gives their team some pause. That gives them some things to really think about leading up to this game. We're like, hey, they didn't even have all their best guys out there. They were giving us hell on defense. We couldn't punch it in. They were driving the ball. They couldn't score touchdowns. I feel very good about the Giants. I feel as good as I felt all year easily. I think Jones is I think he just feels it right now. I think everyone believes in him. Everyone's buying in on him. Everyone's bought in on Dable. The defense is playing really hard. I feel very good. I feel really, really good. I think it's going to be a war.
Smitty, your team has the best record in the National Football League. Right. Your team has all the pressure in the world. Your team has to play against a division rival who's a little salty right now. How are you feeling?
Look, earlier in the week, I was being a little apprehensive because the Giants, they are trending upward. They beat a Vikings team that, yes, they won 12 games, but a negative point differential, so absolute frauds. They played the Eagles well with their second string last game of the year. It's going to come down to health for the Eagles. Now, let's go through the 4 players of note that are injured. Avonte Maddox, toe injury.
Sure.
Probably out, which is kind of big. He's one of the best nickel quarterbacks in the league. Even if he does play, he probably won't be that effective. Josh Sweat, neck injury. He's coming back. One of 4 players on the Eagles to have over 10 sacks this year. The only NFL team in history to do that. That's big.
Is that true?
That's true.
I didn't know that.
4 guys with 10 sacks is insane.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Lane Johnson missed the past couple weeks with like a sports hernia-ish thing. Question whether he'd be back. It's huge with him out. Reports this week he is practicing, and I saw a tweet yesterday that he, during a drill, lifted a 325-pound defenseman.
And Sirianni said today that he looks really good, and he's very hopeful.
So he's back. And then, of course, Jalen Hurts, who, if he is not as effective as he was before his injury, that's a big deal. I still think at 70% he's better than most out there. But if he is close to 100%, and this is a big live bet game for all you pickers out there, if he comes out and there's a designed run for him on the first drive and he goes, and maybe not lowers the shoulder, but does not look apprehensive at all, hammer the Eagles. Absolutely hammer the Eagles, because if they're healthy, especially Hurts, and if they are ready to go from the jump, they're just more talented, and they're going to blow them out. I'm saying 2-score game.
Who are the 4 players with 10 sacks on the Eagles?
Hassan Reddick, Hargrave, Josh Sweat, and Brandon Graham. 98-year-old Brandon Graham.
That's incredible. I will say that is. I will concede the Eagles are more talented for sure, and there's 4 guys with 10 sacks.
But the defense has had their issues, especially in the pass defense. I think the Giants can keep it close. I think it's a huge overgame. This game, but the Eagles score 5 touchdowns.
I think this game could come down to one person and his effectiveness, because
of course, that's what it comes down.
It's not Jalen Hurts. I think it comes down to the reason they were able to go beat the Minnesota Vikings is they took Justin Jefferson out of the game. And Justin Jefferson might be the best receiver in the league. One of the other guys who's in the discussion for best receiver in the league plays for the Eagles. His name's A.J. Brown. If they can do to A.J. Brown what they did to Justin Jefferson, now, I don't think you're going to have a quarterback who checks down as much like Kirk Cousins, who shuts down after you take away his number 1 option. But if they can shut down A.J. Brown the way they shut down Justin Jefferson, that's a totally different game.
And here's where I disagree with that. Yeah, shutting down A.J. Brown would be big, but Devontae Smith also has 1,000 yards. The first team in Eagles history that has over 1,000 yards for multiple receivers. They have Miles Sanders, first rusher, who has over 1,000 yards for the Eagles since 2014. They got Dallas Goedert, who's one of the best receiving tight ends in the league. They have the best offensive line in the league. And if Jalen Hurts is able to maybe – he doesn't have to rush over 100 yards a game, but if he is able to be a threat to go for 8 and 60, that's a huge game changer. They have multiple weapons beyond that offensive line.
I'm not going to lie. Say what you will. I don't like him. Smitty's on his A game today.
That was good.
Smitty's on his A game.
Listen, they were the number 1 seed for the reason. They had the best record in the NFL for a reason. But I will say, even point to the first game, when you could say it was more like a real game, like it was not no back, like it was real starters. And A.J. Brown torched us. Our 2 best secondary players were out. Our defense is huge. Our defense is to show up. Because, like in the first game, like I said, when it was healthy, they scored on us quite a bit. But we were missing a ton of guys. This is the healthiest our defense has been all year. I think Aziz might actually be out this next game. But this will pretty much be the first time all year that the defense has been, like, fully healthy, like, full assortment of talent. Like Adoree Jackson's back, Xavier McKinney's back. And I think those are going to be massive, massive, massive for defending A.J. Brown. I think that's why we're able to defend Justin Jefferson the way we were not the first time when he torched us the first time. And A.J. Brown torched that first time. I think we're going to be able to keep him in check. I agree with you. Listen, like Minnesota had tons of weapons too. That's why Hockenson was able to hit us. Thielen. Like I think their offenses are, yours is better, like more, probably a little more complete.
Oh, very
good. But it's similar. Like they have an assortment of weapons as well that we're able to contain-ish.
You're forgetting too about the giant killer Boston Scott.
Oh yeah, Boston Scott. I mean, he's Bostonian Scott.
We're not going to be talking Boston Scott.
Anytime touchdown plus
Boston Scott's have that means they blew us out.
I mean, this Eagles team, if they are healthy,
can y'all cuss each other or something? Fuck. To do something. Fight. Do something.
If this
we're in a battle of wits right now.
I think they should kiss.
And we're saving it for the climax.
You have to kiss or fight.
Tune in
right now. You got to kiss or fight. Choose what you're going to do.
Tune in Saturday night at the stream. The stream is that stream will be everything that you want right now.
Somebody better kiss and somebody better fight.
I want to kiss.
Somebody, Smitty.
Brandon, little miss. Look, it's good. The only way the Giants really have a shot, in my mind, at this point, if the Eagles are healthy and Hurts is exactly who we expect them to be, is if they can keep up in a shootout, which I don't think they can, or if they are able to get a turnover here.
I can't believe
if they turn the ball over, there's going to be an issue for them.
I can't believe you thought the song was Two Princesses.
Spin Doctors, baby.
I know, but it's two princes. It's literally the whole premise of the song. It's two dudes.
Two princesses.
He's got some big seal upon his jacket. That's what I said now. Got some. Oh, wait, hold on. I fucked it up. Got some big seal upon his. That's what I said now. One has.
Fucking 93.
Lemons in his pocket.
What's the best song from 1993? And there's a definitive answer.
Well, let's see.
We'll agree with.
I'd say the Proclaimers' 500 Miles is very good. 93. See, I would answer 92 very quickly and 94 very quickly. 93.
92 is a great year.
All of those are great years. I mean, I like Nothing But a G Thing with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. What is your correct answer?
Whoop, there it is. Tag team.
Whoop,
I was more of a fan of the 95 South version.
Okay, but that wasn't the correct answer. I'm surprised you didn't just agree with that instantly.
Well, and my 10-year-old, it's his favorite song.
There you go.
I have to play it constantly. So, loving my kids the way I do, I do like that song. All right, we're gonna take a break, but between the playoff games, we'll get to the Bengals, Bills.
And one quick note on Boston Scott: he has played 8 games versus the Giants. He has scored in every single game, plus 330 right now.
I gotta tell you something, Smitty. I don't give a fuck about Boston Scott.
Oh, well, you should, because in 8 games that he has played against the Giants, he has scored in every single game.
That's a weird stat. How many touchdowns does Boston Scott have in his career?
Probably 9.
Like 12.
Yeah.
Right? He scores every time he plays the Giants.
That's why it's fucking something to bring up on a show about gambling.
There you go. Get pissed.
He has
There you go.
17
Get pissed
career
to you.
touchdowns. 17 career touchdowns.
And 8 of them are against the Giants?
Probably more than 8.
Yeah.
He probably had 1 or 2 that he scored twice.
God damn. All right. Before we get to your homework, I've got to talk about delicious, juicy, tender steaks. I'm looking at TJ in the booth, and I'm thinking of delicious and juicy and tender. How do you feel when you get Omaha steaks? You probably feel good because their steaks are terrific. Their foods, their gourmet options are fantastic. The quality, convenience, and everything you need to deliver an unforgettable holiday experience, that is Omaha Steaks. And even not holidays, because now we're in January. We just don't update the ad copy sometimes. So I love Omaha Steaks. I got some for Christmas for my mom, and I was down there in West Point, Mississippi, and we threw some on the grill. They're vacuum packed. They're delicious. They're fantastic. And I love Omaha Steaks. Kick off 2023 with more flavor and more savings. Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up on all your favorites. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code PICKS at checkout and get $30 off your order. Save up to 55% on select Omaha Steaks customer favorites. Buy more and save more when you stock up on these mouth-watering items. From perfectly aged tender steaks to juicy burgers, decadent desserts, and classic comfort meals, make every bite is guaranteed perfect. Visit omahasteaks.com today. Enter PICKS at checkout to get $30 off your order. There's a reason why Omaha Steaks has been the leader of gourmet steaks and food since 1917. That's 106 years. Wow. Visit omahasteaks.com. Use promo code PICKS at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. A minimum order may be required. Omaha Steaks.
What's your favorite song from 1917?
What?
I don't know, but I do like you just asking random years and my favorite song because that is a fun exercise. I'm trying to think what else came out in 1993. The Proclaimer song's up there. 1993.
Probably something from Savage Garden.
No, that's not
Pearl
96, 97.
Pearl Jam was just hot.
Pearl Jam was kind of cooled off.
What? I thought
They were kind of cooled off.
Nirvana?
Nirvana was
Nevermind came out in 91, I think.
yeah, they were in between albums too. I mean, Spin Doctors are right there. Hey, Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms? That might be it. That might be it.
Oh, man, Gin Blossoms came to our
What am I saying? My favorite 1993 song is No Rain by Blind Melon. Easy.
Blind Melon is a very underrated band.
Done. You know where they're from?
Mississippi?
Well, 2 of them are from West Point, Mississippi. 2 of them are from somewhere else in Mississippi, and then the singer who killed himself is from North Carolina. Anyway, we've got I asked you to rank the quarterbacks still in the playoffs 1 through 8. Now,
You did not ask us. Ebo asked us, but go ahead.
I told Ebo to ask you.
That's correct.
I told Ebo to actually. Booze.
Oh yeah, Booze
told
asked.
me
Yes.
to make it a thing,
Yes,
and then
Booze asked.
Booze asked, not Ebo. Ebo didn't have shit to do with it. Ebo didn't do
It was Ebo's idea.
My fault. Booze.
Ebo told Booze to tell me who told you who told Booze.
Well, maybe if you showed up to the show every now and then, instead of just going to
I had
Mississippi,
to do the
you
pro
would know that we
football
talked about this
football show
yesterday.
I had to do the pro football
okay.
show yesterday at noon.
Why were you in Mississippi for a whole month?
Pizza.
His third dad died.
I'm sorry. Are ad deals not something I should pursue now? Delicious Pizza Hut pizza?
Well, we need more ads on this show. We need you here.
Well, yeah, and when I was gone, what'd y'all do? You lost my fucking Fireball advertisement.
It's not true.
Don't blame me.
I'm ready to say F it and free my fire, and y'all just blew it.
Get Mr. Bobo on the line and say that
You just love that guy's name, don't you?
Absolutely. That Biloxi, Mississippi needs to be sponsoring this show.
But Biloxi, Mississippi isn't even close to where I'm from. That's like 5 hours from where I'm from. That's where Megan's from.
Well, yeah, it's way closer to my hometown where I was from. 30 minutes.
Are you from Gulfport?
It's all the same.
Past Christian.
Oh, they're all the same town to me down there.
No,
Pascagoula, Moss Point, all those towns are the same.
Excuse me. No.
Pass
No.
Christian, Gaucher,
No.
D'Iberville, they're all the same town.
No.
Tell me the difference in D'Iberville and Pass Christian.
D'Iberville, first off, is like not even on the beach. Like I lived on a bayou, and then I could like essentially drive 3 minutes to a not great beach. But
We
like
know that we don't have beaches. Our beaches suck in Mississippi.
Yeah, they're awful.
You can walk ankle deep for a mile.
And they're probably like a bunch of really nasty.
It's not a beach, it's a swamp.
It's a beach. It's a beach.
It's
that's
technically a
where all
It's
the-
ankle deep.
There's
What
no
does that
wave.
even mean?
There's no waves.
Yeah, it's a swamp. That's why there's no waves. There's gators.
Can someone pull up a picture of Pass Christian, Mississippi Harbor, just to show Smitty that it's not a
No,
fucking
it's not a swamp. It's not a swamp. He doesn't know. It's not a swamp. I'll give her that.
You're describing a swamp.
6 inches of
Well,
water.
Yeah.
You're
not
from
a swamp.
Philly. What the fuck is in Philly?
The Delaware River, and you can't fish in that
It
either.
probably also also has a lot of
Guarantee.
garbage.
I guarantee you, the Delaware River in Philly is nastier than Pass Christian.
And I would not disagree
But not
with you.
nastier than the Hudson.
Nobody said the Hudson, Booze. Nobody said the fucking
Megan,
Hudson.
where are you from again? I'm going to pull up on the map.
No, it's
Pass
not.
Christian, Mississippi.
And Megan, Brandon Walker knows, in Philly, you drive 2 hours to the Jersey Shore, to Seattle City, to Wildwood, to Avalon, to Stone Harbor.
So you can find condoms in the sand.
Did you find any condoms in the sand in Seattle City, Brandon, when you were there? Or did you have a lovely time?
So actually, I think I did.
Okay.
I did find. I found something.
Funny
I remember taking a picture of it. It was, no, I don't remember what it was.
So sorry, we fucking New Jersey.
There's beautiful Pass Christian, Mississippi. It's basically right where Katrina got
Literally.
pissed. Yeah.
How
Just
pleasant.
blew us through.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like 45 minutes from New Orleans.
I don't know why we.
We're
did
gonna
this.
pull up a picture so it didn't look like the
Whatever. He doesn't know what a picture is. It's fine. So here we go.
That's good.
Rank the quarterbacks still in the playoffs 1 through 8.
So here's my question with this. I think it's a very valid question. Is it quarterbacks ranked on what they've done, on potential, or how they are right here, right now, going into this game?
How you want to rank them?
Okay. That didn't answer the question.
I know. How you want to rank them?
Okay, well, I'm going to get ridiculed.
Oh, God damn it.
Should we go Smitty first?
No, what we're going to do is this. We're going to go 8 to 1, and we're going to all go in order. We're all going to say our 8s, okay? And I'll go first. Number 8, Brock Purdy. Smitty.
Dak Prescott.
See, you ruin it every goddamn time. Every fucking time. You can't go
I wrote it.
He's not the 8th best.
Going into this
No.
game,
Said you could do
who led
whatever you want.
the NFL in interceptions this year?
5 touchdowns on the road
Against the fucking JV Tampa Bay Bucks. He played in 5 less games this year than most.
You know good and goddamn well Dak's not the worst quarterback in
interceptions.
good and goddamn well.
We're going into this game with the league leader in interceptions as the
Guy's been in the
eighth-
league 7 years. He had 1 bad stretch of interceptions. 1.
Oh, a lot more than that.
You did say he could make the list however he wanted. And then you got upset.
Who's your 8, Big F?
My 8's Brock Purdy.
Of course it is. Who's your 8, Megan?
Brock Purdy.
So why do you have to be this guy every fucking time?
Not this guy. He's the worst.
You are this guy.
I would rather have Brock Purdy leading my team than Dak Prescott going into this game.
This Sunday, Jalen Hurts has COVID. All right, and the NFL says, Philly, you can have one of the other quarterbacks. You can have one of the other quarterbacks in the Cowboys 49ers game, and you're taking Brock Purdy?
Yes.
You're full of fucking shit. You're full of fucking shit.
Talking right here. Have you seen Brock Purdy play? You seen those stats? A lot better than fucking Dak Prescott.
Number 7.
2 games ago,
Yeah,
Dak Prescott
do your 7,
was just
Smitty. Do your 7.
7. All right, do your 7, Smitty.
Brock Purdy.
Do your 7, Megan.
Daniel Jones.
My 7 is also Daniel Jones. Big F.
Dak Prescott.
You what the heck? You.
Just because you're Dak Prescott's personal fluffer doesn't mean you
That's what I'm saying. Like,
just
we
upset.
all have to suck his
Did y'all see him Monday night?
Yeah, I saw him the
all
last
season?
previous 3 games in
Yeah,
all
but-
season. He led the league in
See him
interceptions.
all season. He
He
sucked.
had a bad stretch of interceptions. I will grant you
Sucked
that.
all season.
Bad stretch of games spanning 12 games.
I think there's something to say for the fact that Dak Prescott led teams score since he became a starting quarterback, something like 30 points per game. There's something to that.
Number 6. Who's your number 6 quarterback? By the way,
I didn't even get a number 7.
you did get a number 6. You let off the goddamn thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Number 6. Big F. Who's your number 6?
You got tough for me here.
If you put your guy any higher than this, I'm gonna shut the show down. Big F. Just say his name.
Jalen Hurts, get fucked.
Ooh.
Now we're talking. What'd you think about that, huh?
I think I'm subjectively wrong and biased.
Sixth best quarterback in the playoffs.
I think it's wrong. He's arguably the MVP.
That's his
of the
list.
league. Yeah, he can make his list any way he
He
wants.
is not arguably the MVP. He could have been if he had kept up, if he had finished, if he had
We'll get
broken the
votes.
tape and finished the race, but he didn't finish the race. Mahomes is
get
easily
votes.
the MVP.
He'll get votes.
Mahomes is easily the MVP. You agree?
Yes, but you can make an argument for Jalen Hurts.
Not a very good one. Smitty, who's your number 6?
Trevor Lawrence.
I also have Trevor Lawrence as my number 6. Megan?
I also have Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
So far, so good, Brandon. We're gonna have this thing just locked together.
Number 5. I'll let you go first, Megan.
Dak Prescott.
I also have Dak Prescott at number 5. So yeah, we are in sync. Yes, Evo.
I just have a question in terms of where do you see how big the gaps are between 5 and 6?
So I
don't
think
see a very big
I
gap.
think Dak is currently my number 5, but if he throws up a game even similar to what he just did and wins, he just jumps way up. So I don't think the gap between – first of all, there's a gap between –
way up? Way up in front of who?
To me, there's a gap between 7 and 8. Brock Purdy being behind number 7, Daniel Jones for me. The top 7 are squeezed pretty tight to me outside of Mahomes.
I think
I
2
don't
through
care.
7
I don't
pretty
give a
tight.
fuck what you disagree with.
Well, you're asking for my list. You say, oh, it could be anything
All right,
possible.
me and Megan went.
Hugs and kisses. Fairies ahoy. Somebody here kiss.
We both have. You either gonna fight or kiss. I can promise you that. We both have Dak number 5. Who do you have number 5?
Trevor Lawrence.
You have Trevor Lawrence above Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Trevor Lawrence also threw 4 interceptions the first half.
But he came back and won the game.
He did, mostly due to the Chargers' ineffectiveness on offense and defense.
He came back and won the game.
He did. Congrats.
Who's your number 5?
Daniel Jones. And why Daniel Jones is ahead of Trevor Lawrence is because Daniel Jones doesn't turn the ball over. I think that's fair.
Who's your number 4, Megan?
My number 4 is Jalen Hurts.
My number 4 is Jalen Hurts. Smitty.
Joe Burrow.
Fuck you.
Daniel Jones.
That's a little high. don't you think?
I like what I'm seeing.
My number 3, this is where I will get off the me and Megan will diverge. I have Joe Burrow, number 3. Smitty, who do you have number 3?
Josh Allen. Josh Allen makes mistakes. You saw it against the fucking Dolphins. He almost blew the game. Like, how many turnovers is he going to have? Blown them. Yes, potential is probably number 1, but he just keeps making mistakes.
Your number 3, Big F?
Josh Allen.
Wow.
I don't think the gap's fucking.
I got Burrow over Allen already?
I do. I do.
Burrow didn't do a goddamn thing the other day.
But he went to a Super Bowl last year. and he covered.
He's not losing games.
He did, but Josh Allen didn't miss that Super Bowl because of Josh Allen. He missed it because his team couldn't protect a lead in 13 seconds.
He also has thrown a ton of picks this year.
Did you see the Miami game? There's mistake after mistake after mistake.
Who's your number 3, Megan?
Josh Allen.
Oh, it's just a Josh Allen part. Y'all all think Joe Burrow is better than Josh. This is.
My list is the correct list. I hate to like throw
if
it
you
out.
do what I think you're going to do, it's not going to be a correct list at all.
No, Burrow's 2. I'm not stupid here.
I just got a text from Mincy. He has Joe Burrow 1. He's the only quarterback he ranked. Some LSU thing. I don't know.
Well, why doesn't Mincy say that on his own show?
He actually just ranked Joe Burrow 1 through 8.
I would like to announce Wake Up Mincy will be debuting every day. It'll be after this show. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So
Love you, Mince.
proper time for his wake up show. So I guess number 2, you got Burrow.
I really, really wanted to be the guy, but Joe Burrow's 2.
What has? I'm not hating on Burrow. I have him 3. I have Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, all these guys. Why would you even think about putting me at 1?
I mean, you're talking the guy that invented patty checkdowns, patty dump offs.
You got Burrow 2?
I Burrow 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who'd you have 2?
Patrick Mahomes.
You said. Oh.
Oh, Burrow 4.
You've dropped off the list. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So Burrow 4. All right.
You can make this list anything you want. It's subjective. I'm Brandon Walker.
Yeah, but you're the only one that ever does this.
I'm the only one that goes based on objective facts. Like Dak Prescott has lead the league in interceptions.
Give me the objective fact that says Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in these playoffs.
Because he can fucking rush for 100 yards and throw for 400 and shove your dick
So
down.
can Josh Allen.
So can
Josh Allen.
Oh, okay.
Daniel
But you know what?
Jones.
Jalen Hurts doesn't turn the
Jones
ball
last
over 4
week.
times in a game while he's doing it.
Daniel Jones did it last week. The only quarterback that ever did.
I gotta see something. I gotta see NFL stat. NFL da. Somebody talk.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking up the NFL interception leaders this year. I want to know who
It was
is
Dak.
turning,
It was Dak 1.
who is turning the ball over the most.
Josh Allen was up there too.
Yeah.
It is.
Who else?
Not even
Who
me.
else threw a lot of picks?
You know who didn't throw a lot of picks?
Brady threw a lot of picks too.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
The most was in the 15-ish range. That was like
Again, if there's a draft, if all rosters are open and you have the first pick in the draft for these playoffs,
That
you think
wasn't
Jalen Hurts over
your-
Patrick Mahomes?
That wasn't your point for this
You think
list.
Jalen Hurts is better
That
than
wasn't
Patrick
your
Mahomes?
point for this list. You said make it what you want. I'm going in do or die.
Tell me why.
One game. Who do you want
Tell
in the
me-
playoffs?
I want Patrick
Right here.
Mahomes.
And congratulations. That's your list.
You want Jalen Hurts over
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes? You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Even I put Patrick Mahomes in front of Joe Burrow.
What?
I wanted to put Joe Burrow at 1, but even I'm not delusional.
This is you can't put Jalen Hurts ahead of Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Okay, cool.
Vetoed. Your list is vetoed.
Your list doesn't
You can't
count.
have
Your list- your list
You can't
doesn't
have your list.
Who was your number 1? Mahomes.
Yeah, Patty.
You thought about Burrow.
Patty checkdowns.
Patty no looks, but if he looked, he'd be like 100 times more accurate.
How does checkdowns get you 5,200 yards and 41 touchdowns?
A lot of dump offs.
It's a good offense he's in.
When you have phenomenal athletes, they take screens for big gains.
Andy Reid's an offensive genius.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is number 1.
I legitimately hate all of you.
I mean, that you talk about how they lost Tyreek Hill. They just added Juju Smith-Schuster and
That's not
Darius
close.
Toney
That's
and-
not
Also,
close.
you don't
they just
hate
added
me.
like 7 other weapons.
Greatest tight end of all time, still being the greatest tight end of all time.
How many people do we call the greatest tight end of all time? Feels like it's about 5 of them.
I'd say like 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, Kelsey, Gronk, Tony
Shit.
Gonzalez.
I mean, you still got to put Shannon Sharp up there.
Antonio Gates even gets love.
Yeah, put him in.
Gates
do
is
y'all
very
know?
good.
Do y'all know who?
Gates was great for fantasy for forever.
Yeah, he was. Do y'all know who's the most underrated player in the history of the NFL? Shannon's brother, Sterling.
Yeah, so he got hurt.
Sterling was incredible, and he should have made the Hall of Fame, but he got hurt, and he didn't finish his career.
Tony Gonzalez is just a workhorse.
Yeah.
He's in the league for what, 25 years?
Tony Gonzalez was just 80 catches, 12 touchdowns every year.
Yeah.
Just don't even worry about it. Maybe more than 80 catches. Excuse me.
Like, I'd almost put him at number 1.
Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah.
I think he might be my number 1.
I think it's got to be when it's all said and done. I think it's gonna be Kelsey.
Gronk was such a
Gronk
was a game changer. though.
Kelsey as a receiver has like changed the record book.
Yeah.
Like there was a point in time he like broke the record, and now he's broke his own record like 6 times.
You're talking
Like he's literally.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much you really. I don't know if you can even separate these guys, but when Tony Gonzalez, you talk about him. If you talk about Gronk, it's Gronk / Brady. If you talk about Kelsey, it's Kelsey / Mahomes. Gonzalez never had that guy. Does that factor in at all?
I think so.
I guess.
I mean, is Gronk without Brady? No, I don't think so.
He's just a phenomenal player, though. Like,
Yeah, he is, but I mean, it's almost not handicapping him. But
Tony Gonzalez had Jeff George.
I can't imagine what
Trent Green.
Travis
Trent
Kelsey's
Green.
career would look like without Patrick Mahomes.
But he's
Tony
still.
Gonzalez
I
looks like
still
he could
think
take
he
a
would be incredibly.
It's hard to imagine. That's all.
Also, if Ben Mintz was
Fair.
on the show, Sterling Sharp isn't the most unfulfilled potential of all time. That's tight end.
Who is?
Aaron Hernandez, obviously.
That's true. That's true.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
That was so.
that was very funny.
His second chance could be him and then Darren Sharper.
You can give away, if you can give anybody in the
second
history of
chance.
football a second chance, well, let's do the double murder. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you might be a quadruple murder
Yeah.
at that point.
That's a good point. Who knows if Aaron Hernandez had a second chance, he wouldn't just kill more people. He would just kill people earlier and more often. Are you still looking up past Christian, Mississippi over there?
Yeah, and Chat's saying
Take off a start
Chat's bringing
really
up
quick.
Chat's bringing up a good point. Kelsey was unbelievable with Alex Smith. Alex Smith above
enough.
average
That's fair.
above Brett Selleck.
What's that got to do with anything?
Chat was saying, what about Selleck? I love Brent Selleck, but he's not.
He's
Travis
not
Kelce.
on that list.
Zach Ertz.
We don't have to say. We don't have to mention every Eagle that ever played tight end.
Zach
If we
Ertz,
didn't do that,
Zach Ertz,
Mark
I think,
Bavaro.
is top 15
Sports for
tight end
Ertz.
of all time.
Jeremy Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey, he tried to buy me a beer underage when I saw him on Bourbon Street. I mean, I shouldn't have been there, but he also offered to buy me a beer. Awful tattoos.
all right.
No comment.
That's a story that only Megan will be bringing to this show. So
He didn't try to buy Ben Mintz a beer, did he?
when you say so, you didn't accept the beer.
No, I thought he was weird. I actually was only like 15, so I had no idea who he was at the time.
None of
I'm
this.
pretty sure he got in trouble for something similar.
Yeah,
maybe
sure. Okay.
with younger girls.
Go ahead, Ebo. You look like you're dying to say
15.
Yeah, I had
He
really.
was an NFL player.
Yeah, no, I know he was really big, and
Okay.
I was also. I mean, I had really big boobs. If I'm just throw that out
Okay,
there.
all right. So let's move on to the picks.
Cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers, man. Cheese and crackers.
I'm sorry.
Meg, it's all good. It's all good. Just
At least Ben's not here to compliment.
no. I just know when the show turns to the subject of somebody's 15-year-old boobs, that's when we pivot. We pivot towards picks. Okay. So Megan, I will let you go first. What are your picks for this evening?
My picks for this evening are Cleveland State plus the 4.5, James Madison money line. Shout out Ebo. Hopefully they can get it done for us. UNC Wilmington plus the 3, Marshall minus 5.5, and Oral Roberts minus 6.5.
Remember that Oral Roberts run in the tournament?
Yeah, I sure do.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Why?
Yeah, you do.
No.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. They beat Ohio State.
We're not saying who it is, but if he's still in the lobby, we're asking him.
All right. I can't tell who it is. So, Big F.
So I'm on. Who did I pick today? I'm on Michigan State minus 3, Michigan plus 3, and I think my favorite pick of the day, Arizona State plus 5.5 at home against UCLA.
I have also got Michigan State minus 3. Okay, TJ's in the booth. So I got Raptors minus 5, and I got Nets minus 2. The Suns, by the way, I don't know if he said this on the show or just to me in person yesterday, but the Suns on December 1st, Ebo, throw your headphones on. The Suns on December 1st were the number 1 seed in the West. Since then, they're 6-18. They're the 12th seed in the
Right,
West.
yeah. Devin Booker's been out for a big stretch. Chris Paul's been out for a big stretch.
Even so, how do you go from number 1 seed to number 12 seed? And
They play.
Well, I mean,
they play
losing
the
two best players.
The
play the
West
Nets
is
tonight
locked
too.
and
I think if they lose that game, they're the 13th. So the only teams that would be worse than them are the Rockets and the Spurs, who just don't care.
The Spurs are sad, man. Oh yeah, that's exactly what that is. The Spurs are very sad. They just don't matter anymore. They don't have any players who do they have? Podol, whatever you call him.
And it's weird because Popovich has somehow turned into this very aloof guy about basketball. He's like, yeah, like we're not gonna make the the playoffs.
Oh, he
He
admitted.
literally
I'm
said,
just
he
here.
literally said I was a betting man. I would not bet on this.
Yeah, like how does this guy that's the
To win it all.
coach go to this this guy's like, yeah, like I don't give a fuck about basketball anymore.
I think he cares. He just knows. He's realistic.
All right, Smitty.
We're taking a look in the mirror now. We're off to a very, very hard and rough start in 2023. So we're pumping the brakes tonight through. Jesus Christ, that's an awful record. Through the weekend, and then we hammered the Eagles. We're going puck, and we're going against Purdue.
Going against Purdue. All right. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Minnesota home.
That's fine. Minnesota at home. Yeah,
Really
Minnesota.
remember when you said I needed a gag order?
Long year, Megan. Long year.
The long year. He's got a point. There's 12 months in a year.
Just what happens if the Eagles lose? That would suck.
Smitty's train will break down on the way in, and we won't see him for a couple of weeks. That's fine.
COVID's running rampant.
won't that be a fun time to be alive?
Yeah.
No, Giants Cowboys NFC title game would be electric. Would be awesome.
And I think any scenario will be a great.
We didn't even get to the Cowboys. We'll get to those games tomorrow.
I think any scenario would be a great NFC title game.
Cowboys beating the Niners. I just want you.
AFC, it just has to be Bills, Chiefs. It has to.
Yeah, Cowboys beating the Niners.
Neither of those are happening.
I only said one thing.
What I'm saying, Niners are winning. Bengals are winning.
Bengals are not. Bengals. No. Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, good.
What's the line?
5.5.
5.5.
Bills are a mistake. They're making mistakes.
Did you see the Bengals play the other night? They weren't that good either. Why did the
They
Bills
weren't that good
judged,
coming into last year?
Why the Bills get judged harshly on their underperformance and the Bengals do not?
But I think we're judging them both evenly. I'm just saying who I think's going to win the game.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, next.